Hey there, Brad here from 4Player Network, and this is my top 5 most anticipated games of the upcoming E3 2016. My number 5 most anticipated game for E3 2016 is going to be Vampire from Don't Nod. This is the new vampire RPG from the guys that made Life is Strange. They also may Remember Me, which was supposed to be only okay, but that was kind of like this linear action adventure game, and I don't know, people say it looked cool and it had a cool style to it, and I liked Life is Strange, so maybe this could be cool. Also, I really like Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, so if this can help fill the, open world vampire RPG, horror style game, then, that might be good enough for me. I'm cautiously optimistic about this one, but it's definitely it's on my list because it's one of the games I'm more curious about. It's one of the games I want to see more of and hear more about. So, Vampire. My number 4 most anticipated game for the upcoming E3 is Resident Evil 7, which I don't know if it's confirmed. It's been strongly rumored. It's probably coming because it seems like it's about time. It's on my list. I'm a big Resident Evil fan. Resident Evil 4 is one of my very favorite games of all time, and I love a lot of the games in this series, like Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil Remake, and I also even liked Resident Evil 5. I think Resident Evil 6 was the one big serious misstep, and Capcom is saying that they're kind of going back, rethinking things, rebooting things maybe, so I don't think it's just going to be more of that. Revelations 2 from last year was alright, so maybe Capcom can turn this thing around. I would hate to see Resident Evil become a series that no one cares about, but Resident Evil has made bad games and really great series before and made things awesome again. Look at Devil May Cry, for example. It's also a big surprise. Like, who knows what the fuck this thing's gonna be? I'm just super kind of on the edge of my seat to find out if Resident Evil is gonna become great again, a name that commands respect. I don't know, or if it's just gonna become more of a joke. Just like Resident Evil 6. We'll see. I'm cautiously optimistic, but very excited. My number 3 most anticipated game for the upcoming E3 2016 is whatever the hell Shinji Mikami's been working on. His last game was Evil Within with Tango Gameworks, which is now owned by Bethesda. I think that if they're going to do a sequel to that game, it's about time that they maybe announce it. It's been, a couple of years since the Evil Within. Or if he's maybe working on something new, we'll see. I mean, he's the father of Resident Evil. He's made so many great action games and horror games that I just anything that he makes should be a game that people have their eyes on. I know Evil Within is a game that had flaws, but it was also, the first game from a new studio, headed by Shinji Mikami and an engine they've probably never worked with, but it showed a lot of potential. I feel like a sequel can be a very polished version of all the things that were, strong with the first game, but, introduce all kinds of new crazy, the game was all about weird, trippy mind shit, so you can get even crazier in the sequel while polishing up the stuff that was rough around the edges and probably, make something that's really fucking memorable. So whether it's a sequel to Evil Within or something new from Shinji Mikami, of course, it's on my list of most anticipated games. My number 2 most anticipated game of E3 is a game we will be seeing a lot of, according to Nintendo. The new Zelda game, which still doesn't have a title, goddammit, is going to be shown off quite a bit at E3. Like 90 minutes worth of demos, they say, of who knows what this thing's going to be. It's supposed to be big and open, unlike, the other Zelda games that I guess have always been kind of open, but I don't know. It's a Zelda game, and it's hard not to be excited about a Zelda game, mostly because it's been so long since Skyward Sword, and that one was a little disappointing. But you know, some of my favorite games are Zelda games, so I can't lie, I can't sit here and tell you that this is not one of my very top games that I want to see the most about coming out of E3. It's a bummer that I'm not going to be there, that I'm not going to get to play it, but you know, it's so high on my list because I want to see more. I want to see if Nintendo has still got it. You know, they claim that this one is going to be different, that they've kind of learned some new things, you know, from like A Link Between Worlds and stuff, which was also a great fucking game. Yeah, I just can't wait. I can't wait to see, because you know, I think they have a lot to prove. You know, Nintendo's getting some heat over the NX and the NX version of this game, and what the fuck are they doing with Metroid and all this other shit. But it's Zelda, man. It's Zelda. It's time. Let's do it. Please make a good trailer. And yeah.
This must be the edge of the map. How far are we?
My number one most anticipated game of E3 2015 should not be a surprise. It is Scalebound. It is my most anticipated game of the year, or next year, or whenever the fuck it's going to come out. It was my most anticipated game of last year. That's because it's the new Hideki Kamiya game. I bought an Xbox One for this fucking game, even though I'm probably going to need to buy another Xbox to play it even, you know, at a better frame rate and resolution, and god damn it. You know, it's hard to be excited about this game because of all the bullshit surrounding it, but at the end of the day, Hideki Kamiya makes amazing fucking video games, and what they've shown in this game looks cool. You know, say what you will about the character and the fact that he listens to like headphones and shit, but like the scale and the scope and the fact that you have your dragon and you can like fly it around and go to different like fucking islands in the sky and shit, like this game has a lot to prove. I do not think that Hideki Kamiya will let us down, because he's never let us down in the past, and everyone's going to have their jaws on the floor, I bet, because that's what he always does. He's Hideki Kamiya, and he makes magic, goddammit. I'm bummed out that I don't get to be there. I'm not going to get to play this game, because sometimes, you know, it's when you get your hands on a Kamiya game that you really know that it's fucking amazing. But, you know, I have no doubts. The other guys are going to play it. I'm sure they're going to say it's awesome. But I just want to see more of it. You know, hopefully it's going to be a big thing at the Microsoft press conference. Gonna stay excited. I'm gonna stay excited even though it's probably coming to PC and a better Xbox. I'll probably have to... Man, damn it. Whatever. Fucking Scalebound. Hideki Kamiya. It's gonna be amazing. E3 2016. It's gonna be rad. Fuck it. And that's gonna do it for my top 5 most anticipated hyped games of E3 2016. Sorry I'm not going to be this year, but a lot of us are going, so keep your eyes on 4playernetwork.com or this YouTube page. There's going to be lots of stuff. What's yours? What's your most anticipated game? Let me know in the comments below. Have a great goddamn day.